Hey guys, I'm Deepthi Desikan, and in today's video I'm going to be doing like a this or that. These are my favorite products, okay? And so you guys asked me, is it this one or is it that one? Which one would you recommend to us? So I thought this would be like a fun video idea, and it'll really like narrow it down and help me choose as well, like, and also recommend to you guys which one I absolutely love. So let's get started. First up, we have the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth Primer, and we have the Color Bar Water Bomb Magic Water Primer. Both amazing primers for people with dry skin. I feel like the Maybelline Fit Me is a little bit more thicker and a little bit more hydrating than the Color Bar Water Bomb Primer. The Water Bomb Primer has a very nice dewy finish, but it's somewhat a little bit more creamy and lightweight. This would work for you if you wanted to moisturize your skin and had a little bit of glow to your makeup during the summer months. But if you feel like the Maybelline Fit Me is a little bit too thick for this time of the year, this would work out really well. But the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth is amazing for people with dry skin, if you have a lot of dry texture, dry patches on your skin, and if you wanted your makeup to glide on your skin, and during the winter months and everything, this would work out really well. So which one do I personally really love? I actually really love the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth. I do really like this, okay? It doesn't mean that these are bad products. It's just that compared to both of this, I do, however, slightly love this one more. But both of these perform like high-end products. And if you have these two primers, I don't think you need any other high-end primer, because these substitute a lot of high-end primers. For me, at least, in my personal opinion, these are really good products. The next two products we have are also kind of similar products. This one is the Color Bar Cellular Dry Oil, and this one is the Ikai See the Glow Dry Oil. Both really nice products for the winter months, and if you have very dry skin, and a very tiny drop of this will actually make your foundation look extremely nice and glowy. And both of these work pretty much the same way. But which one do I like and which one would I absolutely recommend to you guys? I think I would recommend the Color Bar Cellular Dry Oil, because even though it does have fragrance to it, it's very mild. It's not an overpowering scent, and I think even if you have like sensitive skin, and even if you're sensitive to fragrance, I don't think this would cause any issue. But this one has a very, very strong scent to it, and kind of like a little overpowering. So I'm not sure how many people would like this, and I think the fragrance of this itself would put you off from trying out the product. So the Color Bar Cellular Dry Oil it is. It is so hard to actually choose between your favorite products, and I'm actually having fun doing this. And now coming to glow products, which one would I recommend to you guys? I get asked this one so many times. Is it the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, or is it the MAC Strobe Cream? Okay, both amazing cult favorite products for a reason, and this works really well for me. Both of these products are my favorite. But if I had to let you guys like pick one and choose one product, I would probably suggest the Hollywood Flawless Filter, because now don't get me wrong, the strobe cream is amazing, and if you have it, you don't have to really actually go out and buy the Hollywood Flawless Filter. But the only reason I actually like this one slightly over this is because this one can actually make your skin feel a little bit like filtered, blurred, even while it's adding that glow to your skin, where it's not exaggerating anything, it's not emphasizing any texture, but it adds that subtle blurring effect to your skin, and that glow is a little like dewier and a little bit like intense, and it peeks through your foundation as well. And you can also use this as a highlighter, and the effect is more long lasting, I feel like, compared to the MAC Strobe Cream. The MAC Strobe Cream does add a beautiful glow, but once you use like a more full coverage foundation, sometimes it just gets hidden underneath that foundation. But this one, it just peeks through. It makes sure to make a statement, and like, who's that pushing me away? I need to be present. I need to show up, like, you know, I need to be visible, and I need to be the star of this show. It's that kind of a product where no matter what you add on top of it, it will still make its presence visible. So I somehow like this product a little bit more than my MAC Strobe Cream. Don't get me wrong, I love this product. I feel so bad even mentioning this, but yeah, I do still like this one a little bit more. And this one, again, it is available on discount right now, I think, when this video is going up, because the sale is going on, and some shades are on a flat 20% off as well, and you guys wouldn't regret this at all, I feel like. I know that not every product works the same way for everyone, but majority, like most people who have tried this, absolutely love this product, and it works as a natural highlighter. You can also use this on a daily basis. It has that subtle tint, and so if it matches your skin tone really well, it kind of like looks nice, and it looks like you have something on, but not like very visible and prominent. Such a beautiful product for a reason, and like it's raved about for a reason. So yeah, that is really good. But if you have this one, I don't think you would find the need to buy that. Or maybe out of curiosity, if you wanted to try it out, you can try out the travel variant of that and see like, okay, what the hype is all about. But I find myself reaching out for that more than the MAC Strobe Cream itself. And also, I haven't found a product that is very similar to the Hollywood Flawless Filter, in the sense that that glow where it looks natural but also has that nice filtered effect to your skin, and it like looks beautiful on the skin. I haven't found anything that is very similar to that. It's certainly a unique product from my collection, at least. So another question that I get asked a lot is the Swiss Beauty Real Makeup Base or the Mars Take a Glow Primer. I would recommend the Swiss Beauty any day. One thing is that this does contain a little bit of like a larger shimmer particle, but it's not as visible if you're going to use it underneath like a foundation. But if you were to use this just on its own on a daily basis, you can see a lot of shimmer particles, like larger shimmer particles. In that case, the Mars has like tinier fine shimmer particles, but it is visible like if you were to come close, because they're very closely packed. But the reason I'm recommending that over this is because I feel like the Swiss Beauty one is a little bit more moisturizing as well compared to this one, and also the shade is not like contrasting to a skin tone. That's the reason I wouldn't recommend this. If they probably expand the shade range and get like a good shade match, then I would recommend this one. Otherwise, just skip this, because it has that like gray silver looking tint on your skin, and it clashes with your skin tone really bad. And then coming to foundations, two similar foundations are like some of my favorite foundations. The Too Faced Born This Way and the MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation. A lot of you guys ask me which one do I like. I feel like both of these are really good products that look like skin and adds a little bit of a glow, and something you can use on like special occasions as well. And the Too Faced one I feel like is a little bit, I think, less pricier than the MAC foundation. I'm not very sure. I have this one in the shade Sand and this one in the shade NC42. This is a little bit too dark for my skin. So this is one thing I found with MAC. Like NC40 looks a little bit peachy on my skin. I don't really like that shade match. I have to probably try out NC37. I'm not sure how that shade looks, but on my wedding day, the makeup artist actually used the shade NC35 and it matched me pretty well. So it didn't look like white, or it didn't have any white cast. And I was surprised actually that that shade looked that good. So I was actually scratched my nose, so I'm trying to fix the foundation there. So I was actually surprised how he was able to get NC35 to work really well on my skin tone. I was like, are you sure? Is this going to look really light? I don't want a foundation that looks light on my skin. It should match my skin pretty well and photograph really well. And he was like, of course, I know what I'm doing. And this matches your skin pretty well. So I'm not sure. I will try it out one more time. Like if I go to a store or something, try out the shade NC35 one more time, because maybe that would match. I'm not sure. But yeah, NC42 is not a good shade match for me. And that is one of the reasons I actually reach out for the Too Faced Born This Way foundation a little bit over this. So I have this one in the shade Sand and Praline. Both of these are pretty good shade matches for me. So I compared in a video like Sand and Praline, and a lot of you guys recommended that I use the shade Sand because Praline was a little bit too warm and dark for my skin. So I have started to use Sand a lot more. Just for my forehead, where I have a little bit pigmentation, or like the outer perimeters of my face, I use the shade Praline, and for the inner parts I use the shade Sand because it matches me pretty well. So at least with this I can get it to work. But MAC I feel like is a little bit like dark, and I have to use a lighter foundation, mix it in and everything. Now, as much as everybody takes the MAC foundation as reference, there's a scenario where some of us don't find that exact shade match, or maybe it's a little bit off. So that could happen to you guys as well. So in that case, you would really like, I think, Too Faced foundations, because again, they have a wide variety of shade range. And another thing is that a lot of people do break out with MAC foundation. I'm not sure what ingredient it is. I have heard this, I have seen this, I've watched reviews about this and read and heard from personal like experience as well. Like a lot of people in my circle have mentioned, like, you know, MAC foundation breaks me out, I cannot use it. And for me also it was like that, and it used to like break me out when I first initially tried out, and that's the reason I stayed away from it for the longest time. And I also felt like it was clinging onto my skin differently, it was emphasizing texture on my face and everything. But now that I've learned to prep my skin pretty well, that's not the case with the MAC foundation. So if all of this is a criteria, like if you have dry patches and you feel like this one would cling onto it, and you're not a very big fan of how it looks in photography, flash photography, even though it doesn't have any flashback, sometimes, you know, certain lighting might make it appear a little bit different. And also if you wanted a cruelty-free option, you can check out the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. This is like skin and really good coverage, and it doesn't like exaggerate anything, emphasize anything, and works really well for people with dry skin. So such a big explanation for this because I need to justify. Okay, I have recommended both these products. I still do use both of these products, just this one a little bit over this because of the aforesaid reasons. I like the lasting power of both these foundations. They wear really well. I have worn these for a lot of different occasions where I had to be photographed, and I had nothing to complain, and this was my wedding foundation. So, and then two foundations from PAC, the Spotlight Foundation and the PAC HD Liquid Foundation. Initially, I was an absolute fan of this one. But recently, ever since I discovered this one is in the shade Wild Bamboo. This is my favorite because I love the way the shade looks on my skin. And with this, I'm not able to find like the exact shade. I have the shade 2.5. I've tried out the shade 2.3. I'm not sure which shade would match me to the dot. But with this one, I feel like it has that, you know, coverage, it has that subtle sheen to it as well, and it's a beautiful foundation to wear even if you have like textured skin and if you wanted a very long wearing foundation. Not that this looks bad on people with textured skin, but it does have a little bit of a glow. So if you have like enlarged pores or like very large bumps on your face, I feel like this might exaggerate it a little bit more. That could be just my personal opinion. It would not be exactly like that, but I am telling you guys, if I had to recommend a product out of these two, I would highly recommend this, and I absolutely love it. But if you have very dry skin, I think you can just stick to the PAC HD foundation because I'm not sure how this one works on very dry skin, but I have like normal to dry skin. I've worn this like throughout the year, even during winter months, and I loved this one. Sometimes if you find like an absolute perfect shade match, you tend to reach out for that foundation a little bit over the other one, and that's the case for me as well. I have again used the PAC HD so much and have used it on a lot of different occasions, photographs beautifully, and so is the PAC Spotlight foundation. I'm not sure if the Spotlight one is discontinued, but if you can find it, I think you would really like it, especially if you have like normal combination oily skin. You would really love that foundation. And then two other foundations, expensive ones, the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Foundation, and this one is the Anastasia Luminous Foundation. Now straight up, in terms of finish, they are very different. The Anastasia one has a little bit more of luminous finish to it. This one has like a soft matte finish, and depending on the product you use underneath, it can give more of a glow to it. This one is again like a full coverage foundation. You just have to use about one pump for your entire face and you would be good to go. This one you can actually have more liberty to use more product. I love both of this, but which one would I recommend to you guys? Now, it depends on your preference of foundation and your skin type. If you have like oily skin, I don't think you would like the Anastasia foundation at all. So you would really love the Charlotte Tilbury one, but sadly Nykaa hasn't like expanded the shade ever since. Like there's no restock of a lot of their shades, and this foundation is known for having a lot of different shade options and undertones. So I'm not sure why they haven't like restocked it. I'm not sure if it's because they bought in the new foundation, but if you have like oily skin, combination oily, you would really love this foundation. But if you have dry skin, you would appreciate this so much. And if you have texture, you have mature skin, you would really like this foundation. Okay, it's not like extremely glowy where it's just going to highlight everything on your face. It doesn't have any shimmer particle, but it has a beautiful glow that it adds to your skin, and that looks so good. And if you were like a bride and you wanted to have that, you know, glowing kind of full look and like glow from within, this would give you that. It's so beautiful. They have a wide variety of shade options, but getting a right shade match can be a little bit hard. Again, you can find this sometimes on really good discounts as well, and that's the reason I'm recommending this. Such a good product, so underrated, and the coverage and everything is really nice. I love the way it lasts on my skin, the way it looks on my skin. So beautiful, like a soft glowy finish. And then coming to a concealer, so we have the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. Where is this concealer? Okay, here. This is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and this one is a Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. Like two of my absolute favorite concealers. Like if I have to pick just two from my collection, I would definitely first reach out for these. Okay, this is a little bit more in terms of like you get more coverage, and also it's easily available in India, and you get more product. This one is very skin-like. I have this one in the shade Sucre de O. Okay, and this is like my skin tone in a bottle. It's like a perfect concealing shade. It has a very creamy finish, but it has a like very light medium to medium coverage, and that's pretty much it. You can't build on this one, and it's also not a very long wearing concealer. So if I had to recommend one concealer to you guys, I would definitely recommend the Too Faced Born This Way, because you get more quantity, you get it for a much affordable price point compared to the Nars concealer, and also you get like I mentioned, more coverage, more quantity. You can also use this all over your face, and you wouldn't run out of this product really fast as compared to this one. This one I'm scared I'm actually like running out of this, because I've used this so much, so I intentionally had to put this one aside because I love the shade match and everything, and it's my good everyday concealer. But sometimes, okay, sometimes I feel like it's not very like it's not very pigmented enough for me when I have intense dark circles, like when I haven't slept well and I just needed a product to cover that up really well. This wouldn't do that for me. So I feel like with this one, you can just use a light amount, then get that light coverage, use a little bit more, get that full coverage. You can like play around a little bit more with this product as compared to this one, and this also doesn't last really long underneath my eyes. Okay, and then coming to blush, this was a question that I was recently asked. Would you recommend K-Beauty Soft Nude, or would you recommend the Daily Forever 52 blushes? Both really good, beautiful matte blushes. I think I would recommend the Daily Forever 52. Hear me out. One thing is you get more quantity in this. You get 10 grams of product as opposed to 8.5 grams of product in this. This one is really soft, pigmented, and also smooth looking on the skin. And what I really like is that you have the liberty to use it a little bit like carelessly. Like even if you take a little bit like a dense brush or go heavy handed with this, it's fixable, and also it doesn't look bad on the skin. It's what I have on this side. It looks beautiful on the skin, and it has a very smooth finish. Okay, even this K-Beauty blush is very similar to that. I mean, like even the shade is very similar. I have this one in the shade dark brown sandy. It's called sandy, but on the website it's called dark brown. I'm not sure why. Like just match the names. This one in soft nude. This one in soft nude has a lot of kickback. Okay, so 8.5 grams of product, half of it is just going to fly away. Oh, I blew on the product, so half of it is going to fly away. And then it is very pigmented, so you have to make sure that you're like using a very light hand. Even if you like by mistake take a brush like this one, and this is the Wet n Wild blush brush, and it'll be like, oh, it's going to be like a stamp on your face. And sometimes I've observed this. Okay, it's a beautiful formula. It's matte, it's creamy, everything is beautiful, but if you have like a little bit of dryness or texture, it does tend to cling on to it a little bit differently compared to this other blush. The other one is like smooth, and I feel like that is more affordable as well, and you get more quantity. So Daily Forever 52 it is. This is a really good product. Okay, I'm not like dissing this, but if you guys have genuinely asked me this question, so this is my answer to all of that. Now coming to keto or faces. I don't know how you guys come up with such hard questions. Keto Lush Moist Matte Lipstick. It's a matte, okay, soft, creamy matte kind of a formula where it's not drying. Like right now I have dryness on my lips and I'm talking so much. Yeah, there could be a little bit of fading here and there, which is very normal, but this is how it stays throughout the day, and it doesn't dry my lips out. It doesn't strip my lips of the moisture, and it's something I can wear underneath mask. It does transfer, but it doesn't bleed. I've tried it out with their deeper shades as well, and that's the reason I was like absolutely in love with this particular formula. And even if you have dry lips, I don't think it would leave your lips feeling a little bit more dry, like some lip balms do even. This one doesn't do that. It has that nice moisture. I love the shade selection, and these could be pricey if you buy it just like that without any offers, but during like the sale and everything, they have buy one get one even on Nykaa and the Kiro website, and also you can get this on flat discounts. You guys would really like this. I have the shade Nude Garnet, my absolute favorite everyday nude shade. They have the shades Spicy Cinnamon, Warm Nutmeg, and some deeper shades as well, some really nice nude shades as well depending on your skin tone. I have swatched this entire range. I will leave this here. Now this Faces Jewel Cut lipstick is also really good. The formulation is really good. So this is the shade Noble Garnet. This is how it looks, and this is the Kiro lipstick. So the formula of the Faces as well is really nice on the lips. It's just that I don't find it to be as long lasting as the Kiro lipsticks, and sometimes when I have dryness, it does like make it a little bit worse. Whereas that doesn't happen to me with the Kiro lipsticks. But these are again really nice. Shade selection is really good, feels really nice and luxe as well, and you wouldn't be disappointed when you buy this. But just keep in mind that you have to be very careful with this, because these lipsticks are so soft that they break with the slightest amount of pressure, and also I think that the brand is going to be discontinuing this, so pick it up while you can. So yeah, those are pretty much all of the this or that I wanted to mention in today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Let me know what other products you want me to recommend you guys. Is it this or is it that? Let me know in the comment section down below, because a lot of you guys know my favorites as well. So if you wanted me to like recommend, or just in general like comparison of two similar products, let me know in the comment section down below and I will do that. So also let me know what other videos you'd like to watch, and while you're commenting, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.